Welcome back, helping you to manage the stress and the grief that could come hand in hand with the holiday season. Lauren McGowan is joining us from Ellie Mental Health this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you here because, you know, this is a time of year it can often be bittersweet for many people. They're going through a lot. They've lost people in their lives and they miss them this time of year especially. So there can be some really wonderful moments, but there can be some sad, dark moments. And you know all about that as far as helping people through things like this.
Absolutely, and we do. We have our 4 locations, and we're able to help people go through the different dynamics of this very busy, very stressful holiday season, and just being able to figure out a plan. How do we want to handle this, and how can we support you?
Well, and I think sometimes people think, you know, I'm dealing with a loss, and it's just what I have. I just have to deal with it, you know, and they don't realize how much that takes a toll on them and weighs on them. So, and I'm sure you would agree that that's why you're there, to help in those scenarios.
Yes, and so some of the things we suggest is being able to memorialize those who have passed, and ways to sort of bring the family together in a celebratory way versus a sad way, but then also honoring those sad feelings. You know, we talk a lot about how can we work through those emotions and honor and accept them versus stuffing them down.
And I'm sure that you see a wide array of people with different things that they're going through.
All sorts of things going on.
What would be some of the more common things that you do see when
well, especially this time of year, people making decisions about 2025 and you know, sort of like planning for the new year. Illnesses, obviously grief that we talked about, dealing with family or kid issues. Oftentimes a lot of the school issues are, you know, we've had time to sort of work through it, and now we're seeing what needs to change for the next semester. College kids coming home, and those transitions. I would say just in general, life transitions tend to pop up during the holidays too.
And would you categorize your services as like a therapy?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. So mental health therapy, we see individuals, couples, families, and being able to, you know, and even pepper in. So, you know, even if we're seeing you as an individual, we can also bring your family in to help support you in whatever you're working through.
And I know that this is probably, you know, we say it all the time, but I think it bears saying it again in the sense that we focus so much on physical health and what our bodies are doing, what's going on with us. But the mental health aspect is probably so much, I wouldn't say it's so much more important, but it's equally, if not a little bit even more important, because that controls so much. It ends up controlling your physical health.
It does. So there's such a connection between our brain and our gut. We know that. And we know that when we take care of our body, we feel better. And then we also know that when we unload our thoughts and feelings, that we feel better too. So it really does come hand in hand. And I think that, you know, my favorite motto is everybody needs a therapist, because then we do feel better and we can do more and excel in our life.
And I think it's so important to continue to remove that stigma of going to get mental help. Because it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. I mean, we live in a crazy world right now, and we all could use some assistance on living a better life.
So Ellie Mental Health, that's our motto, you know, being able to sit down to discuss things, but also to creatively think through it, and that, you know, it's okay. It's okay in whatever that you're bringing to the table, and that we can help you with it.
So is it insurance-based? Can you come in, you set up an appointment, and first you call in or go to the website, I'm guessing, and set up an appointment?
Yes, so set up an appointment. Yeah, we take most majority of the insurance plans, and then you can always self-pay.
And if you are hesitant at all, maybe bring someone with you as a support system to just go. I mean,
I love that.
You know, I just think it's so good for us to do this kind of thing, and especially this time of year, I hope that people really take advantage of that and realize that it's there. How far out are we booking with things? I mean, can they get in pretty quickly?
No, we're doing pretty good there in terms of a wait list. We try to move people in within a week, 2-week time period, depending on what location you're at.
Yeah, because sometimes it can take quite some time to get in with certain people. So that's wonderful that you offer that assistance there. And then there again are the 4 locations that they are at, so that you can find the one that's closest to you. You can also go to their website, elliementalhealth.com, to learn more about everything that they offer there, and giving ourselves a bit of a relief.
Giving ourselves some time,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Take a breath and try to enjoy and be present for every, you know, occasion that you're enjoying over this time period.
That's a great point, always. Be present.
Yes.
Right? Just enjoy it while it's there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate
This is great.
it.